Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you, I guess, early this evening, about to go into evening time for a album review for the first marathon studio album review. I did tell you guys I was going to start on June 7th, which is for Coheed and Cambria's discography, and this is their first debut album I'm going to be reviewing for the second stage Turbine Blade that I just got done listening to for this about 56-minute album for the 2002 version because there's different versions to this album. So, yeah, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the second stage Turbine Blade by Coheed and Cambria, their first album, and let you know my thoughts on it. So, let's dive into this album review. Now, going into this, I think it's an average listen. I think the opening track was pretty cool. I like the experimentation and the mixing in the song. So it's pretty interesting. Then the rest of the songs, I think Claudio's vocals, I think that's the lead singer's name. I'd have to go look into it again to make sure that's his name. Uh, Claudio, yeah, I believe. Yeah, Claudio Sanchez is his name. He's for Coheed and Cambria, the lead singer. Sorry, I was looking it up on my phone to verify if I said it right. Claudio's vocals is iffy. It's not terrible. I really like it. It's just, it depends. There's some moments where I like it, and then there's other moments where it gets weird with his vocals. But Time Consumer was the official opening song. That was a solid track, so 4.5 out of 5, and 5 out of 5 for second stage Turbine Blade. The intro track was pretty cool. I really like that one. Devil in Jersey City opens up a little weird with Claudio's vocals. Um, didn't hate the song per se. I just think it's a decent song because some pitches with his vocals sound a little weird and iffy to me. Like I'm unsure what to think of it. Like, okay, this might be a little cringy, but no, it's not a cringy song. It's just a decent song. Vocally, it's from Claudio. It's a little mixed baggage kind of thing. So, Devil in Jersey City is getting a 4 out of 5. Everything Evil was not bad, but it didn't execute to the point where I loved the vocals so much. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the vocals for this song. Mostly, the only downside to this album is the vocal potential from Claudio. For this is their starting point, so yeah, there's gonna be some hits and misses with some songs, and not every song on here is bad. It's just a decent effort. So it's not terrible. So 4 out of 5 for Everything Evil. Delirium Trigger was, I think lyrically it's got potential, and the way Claudio's coming up with the lyrics and how he's singing vocally is not bad in certain ways. It's actually pretty enjoyable. Most people would probably compare them to Rush, but I wouldn't compare him to Rush because he's got a very unique voice, honestly. So 4 out of 5 for Delirium Trigger. I think vocally it's a little weak, but instrumentally it's pretty good, and lyrically it's pretty well written. Heart Hearshot Kid Disaster. I almost said Heart Shot. Hearshot Kid Disaster was another decent song. Some falsetto pitches from Claudio can be a little underwhelming to listen through, but in a way, I think lyrically it's well written. It's just the vocal potential, I guess you could say. That's the only thing I'm having a problem with getting on board with this album is the vocals. Some of the singing in this album from Claudio can be good or it can be mixed baggage kind of thing. This is just my opinion at the end of the day. 33 is a pretty solid track. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. It definitely rocks for sure. It's not a terrible song. It's just in between with me. It's a least favorite, but it's still a rockin' track for sure. So I'm just giving my critiques on it. So hopefully you can respect my opinion on this. And Hearshot Kid Disaster, I meant to say. I keep saying Heartshot. 4 out of 5 for that one. June's song Provision was a decent one, so 4 out of 5. Never Ender was not too bad, and Godsend Conspirator was probably the longest song, but it didn't do that bad. So 4.5 out of 5 for Neverender and Godsend Conspirator, also including iRobot. iRobot was a little weird for my taste, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Coheed and Cambria's the second stage Turbine Blade was an average listen. It's not too bad. It's almost good, so that's something. There's a lot of 4 out of 5 tracks, so that's why it brought the rating down a bit, because there were some decent songs on here, and some not too bad songs, depending on the song, of course, and how I feel about it. So, yeah, it's a decent to average album. So basically, it is an average album. I was gonna get an 8, but let you know what I'm gonna rate it. So, first score for me, I'm giving Coheed and Cambria's first studio album, the second stage Turbine Blade. I meant to say a 7.5 out of 10. This was an average listen. It's not too bad. It's higher than decent, so that's saying something. My decent rating's usually 7 out of 10, but this one didn't do that bad. So 7.5 out of 10. In my opinion, there's some things I like about it and some things I'm in the middle with, but it's mostly the vocals that kind of shy away the execution of the album. Um, that kind of turn me off with how the execution of the album's going to turn out. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for the second stage Turbine Blade by Coheed and Cambria. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Coheed and Cambria first marathon studio album review I did for the second stage Turbine Blade, if you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed this album review that I reviewed, and if you listen to this album, of course, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. The next Coheed and Cambria album review will be on June 9th. So this coming up Thursday. So you'll be seeing it then. I gotta go somewhere in the morning. So I'll probably have a live stream coming out. Maybe tomorrow sometime. Because I was supposed to do a live stream yesterday, but I didn't come around to it because there was a lot of things going on. Sorry for almost yawning for a second. Um, there was a lot of things going on yesterday and trying to find someone to mow my yard and all that. So, been dealing with some things happening where I live at and all that. So, yeah, just a lot of stuff that's being put on me and all that. Uh, But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this album review for Coheed and Cambria, the second stage Turbine Blade. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. If you did enjoy this review, let me know in the comments below what your favorite songs on this album is. And yeah, there's going to be 8 more album reviews I'm doing until the leading up all the way to Vaxis Act 2. Uh, A Window in the Waking Mind, I think it's called, or Of the Waking Mind. So stay safe, take care, guys, and as always, I'll see you in my next review.